So comparisons can be a dangerous thing, especially because too often we'll use them as a reason to feel bad. If we're comparing something about ourselves to someone else, like our performance, our situation, our appearance, whatever it might be, and we feel like we're losing by comparison. So maybe it's time to knock that off. Taking full responsibility for your own well-being, and thinking about some place where you feel you're not faring too well by comparison. Even though I'm losing by comparison, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel I'm losing by comparison, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I feel I'm losing by comparison, something about me is not measuring up to something about someone else. And even though I'm losing by comparison, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself and anyone else who might be involved in this. This feeling that I'm losing by comparison. This feeling that I'm losing by comparison. This fear that I'm losing by comparison. Something about me isn't as good as something about someone else. At least that's my perception at the moment. And I feel obliged to feel bad about that. Like there's some universal law that states if everything about me isn't better than everything about someone else, then I have to feel bad. And there is no such law. And I choose to move through this feeling. And if I really wanted to, I'm sure I could find someone else out there who makes me look great by comparison. But what's the fun in that? Especially because I'm using this bad feeling to keep me safely in my comfort zone. Part of me feels much safer when I have something to feel upset about. Maybe I feel safer looking bad by comparison, because then others won't be jealous of me. Others won't resent me. As long as what is going on for me is worse than what someone else has, then people can't be upset with me. Well, that was my story. And maybe I felt that if I look bad by comparison, that'll motivate me to do better. And how's that working for me? Letting go of this need to make these comparisons. Letting go of a need to compare myself to others. Because the fact is, I don't know the whole story about them. Some of their stuff may be better than mine. And some might be terrible. And that would make me look better by comparison. Or I could just stop comparing myself to them. Letting go of this need to make these comparisons. I don't need to compare myself to others. I don't need to compare myself to how things used to be. I don't need to compare what's going on for me with how I think things should be. Unless that's really useful for me. Sometimes it's useful to see where I need to go. But I don't need to feel bad about that. Letting go of this need to feel bad by comparison. Setting myself free to feel good in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Hopefully that feels better. You may need to lather, rinse, repeat as necessary. And look at different aspects that may have come up during that. You may have gotten different ideas about where these comparisons come from and why you think you need to do them. And allow yourself to be free from that. Thanks.